All right, today's lesson is going to be on perimeter and area of rectangles. Basically, to find the perimeter of an area, you have to add up all the sides. So this side plus this side plus this side plus this side will give you the perimeter. And you know that this side is the same dimension as this side. So if you know this part here, you automatically know this. And this is the same as this. So if you know this and this, you know that and that. That's an important thing to know as we're going through. And that's something you've been doing for years, so we're not really worried about you not understanding that. Okay, the other thing is area. It's a rectangle. So we know area is going to be length times width. This could be length, this could be length. Doesn't matter which one you call length. If this is length, this is width. If this is length, this is width. And if you know one, you know the other. Okay, now moving forward, we want to find out the dimensions, the length and width of this rectangle if I tell you the area is 63 and the perimeter is 32. So we're going to use the area is the one that's going to help us the most on this. I know area is equal to length times width. So something times something is 63. There's only a couple possibilities of this. You could have 1 times 63 would give you 63. You could have 3 times 21 would give you 63. You could have 7 times 9 would give you 63. So knowing that, those are the only possible lengths or widths you could have. You could have a length of 1 and a width of 63, a length of 3, a width of 21, a length of 7, a width of 29. Those are the only possible ways you can get that area unless we start doing fractions and decimals, which we're not going to. Okay, so this and this, we know if we multiply those sides, we're going to get 63. If we call this 1 and we call this 63, the area is correct. But 63 and 63 is 126, 127, 128. The perimeter is way too big. It can't be 63. A better way of looking at this is 63 and 1 is 64. That's only half of it. So you've already gone over the perimeter. And 64 would be another 64 here. The 128, that's way over the perimeter. So 63, on a lot of reasons, can't work. So let's try 21 and 3. So if we want to say this is 21 and this is 3, 21 times 3 does give you the 63. So that could be the answer. Except 21 and 3 is 24. So that and that makes 24 on your perimeter. Then we have to go another 21 and another 3. So 24 and another 24 would give me 48. 48's too big. That can't be it. We need to try something different. So the only other possibility that it could be is 7 times 9. If we said this is 9 and this is 7, 9 times 7 is 63. 9 and 7 is 16. So I need more. 16 more would be here. 16 and 16 is 32. So I know this. 9, 16, 25, 32. So I could have a length of 9 and a width of 7, or you can call it a length of 7 and a width of 9. Either way, you have a 9 by 7 rectangle. So you want to find the possible areas, the things that would make up the length times the width, and once you know the possibilities, see if any of them fit with the perimeter. Okay, I'm going to do another one that is similar to this, but we're giving you a little bit different information. Okay, now, again, we know area equals length times width. And so we're going to find out what the area is based on the length. So I'm given the length, so I know this is 5 and this is 5. So I know somewhere my area is going to be 5 times something. I just don't know what that something is yet. So I'm going to use my perimeter. I know this plus this plus this plus this is 26. So I have 5 and 5, so I have part of the perimeter. I have 10 of it. So I take that 10 off, and I know I need 16 more pieces to get the area, but there's 2 spots for these 16. So how can I split 16 two ways? Well, I could have 8 and 8. 8 and 16 is 26. 8 and 8 is 16, plus 5 is 21, plus 5 is 26. So these dimensions give me a perimeter of 26. One of them is 5. The other one must be 8. So my area must be 5 times 8, which is 40. So all parts of this fit together. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 and 5 and 8 and 8 comes out to be 26. So slowly break these things down into parts you know. I would suggest drawing the rectangle and labeling what you have. And you know the length times the width would give you the area, and adding up all the sides. If you know half of the perimeter, it's got to be the same as the other half. So if you're given one side, you actually know 2 sides. You already know what half the perimeter is. Okay, moving on. Okay, the third one is going to be much like the first one. Okay, you are given a rectangle. You don't have the length, you don't have the width, you have the area and the perimeter though. And we do know that area equals length times the width, and the perimeter is adding up all the sides. So I have area equals 20. Okay, I'm going to use that to find out all the different ways I can have 20. 1 times 20, 2 times 10, or 4 times 5. Okay, those are the only possible ways I can get an area of 20. Now I need the area of 20 to give me a perimeter of 24. So if I say 1 times 20 is going to be what I use, I have 1 and 20 for my dimension. So that would be 1, that would be 20. So 1 and 20 is 21. I double it. I would get 42 for a perimeter. 20 and 20 is 40. 1 and 42. I need 24. So that is too big. Okay. More likely one you might see, 4 times 5. That's pretty common that you'd say 4 times 5 is 20. So let's look at this one. See if that could be an answer. Okay. So 4 times 5 could give us an area of 20. So that is right. But let's see if it gives us a perimeter. 4 and 5 is 9. That's half the perimeter. So another 9 is 18. Too low. So again, labeling everything on there. 5, 10, 14, and 4 more is 18. That's too small. It can't be 4 and 5. The only other option is down here, 2 and 10. So if I call that 2 and that 10, 2 and 10 is 12. Double that's 24. Label all these things, 10, 20, 22, 24. So basically it's going to be trial and error to get your possible areas. Once you know your areas, you can see which one fits to make the perimeter. Now, if you're giving like the other problem, back here, oops, back here, you are giving a length. Something times 5 has to be the area. So I look at what my possible things are. So I need to get a perimeter of 26 on here, and or when I take away the 5 and the 5 from the 26, 16, I have 16 left between these two spots. So again, half goes here, half goes here. There must be 8. 8 times 5 is 40 for an area, and this perimeter works. So I would suggest drawing a picture, labeling what you have, and just knowing length times width gives you the area. Add up the sides, perimeter, and see what you can do to build the problem out. These are not things that are easily done in your head, so don't just put down anything to get it done. I would hopefully you think it out. I also am going to have a bonus problem for you I'm going to put in the stream about the Tennessee checkerboard end zone. You don't have to do that. It's a harder problem. I just want to see if anyone is curious to solve it. If you have any questions, email me, Miss Lib, or Miss Wilkins, and we will do our best to help you out. And again, don't just guess to put things down. Always try your best.